Hello, Sagittarius. How are you, my friends? Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Sagittarius, we're going to try to look into your blind spot, something going on in your life that you might not know about, something going on in the background of your life, something that you do know about, but maybe you're needing to know more in-depth information about it. So, we're going to see how this blind spot comes out for you. Yeah. It's general. It may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. What do you have? Oh, you have the Angel of Strength and Strategy. I like that. How to strengthen your position. I don't know what that position is. I feel like you're strategizing some sort of a position for yourself. That's good energy. Anyways, it's not necessarily your card. We're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. And then I'm going into my Steampunk Tarot and my Everyday Witch Tarot, if I need to clarify, which I usually like to. So, look at this split. Angel of Strength and the 7th chakra. Honing in real strongly on, it feels like your psychic, your connections with your spirit guides, the community around you, even physical people in your day-to-day life, connecting with them on a more psychic realm. Look at that. Now you're getting the 6th chakra. Someone else, it was Gemini had that actually. Oh, someone, Libra too. Wow. You know what I really feel like? So this is the thing. Going through the zodiac lately, it's really seemed like a lot of people are like really leveling up in their psychic capacities, in their intuition, opening up to information and ideas that they may not have perceived before. Yeah, really interesting. Okay, wow, your blind spot came out so fast. The 2nd chakra, this is that really intimate, vulnerable area in you. So that's coming up as a blind spot. Wow, and strategy, attachment. That's interesting. Strategy was coming out like, okay, being strong enough, almost like being strong enough to be a little bit vulnerable here. Being strong enough to be more intimate in your connections with people, but there's some level of detachment, I would like to say, that is going on with creating this. And it doesn't feel like you're sitting down and you're writing a plan. Maybe you are, but it's just kind of how you're feeling today and how you want to feel and how you can work your way through that with the 2nd chakra. All right, let's see. Let's pull out the cards. What is it telling us? Real intimate space. It's the House of the Soul. 2nd chakra, 2nd chakra. Wow, that's interesting too. Because the other cards on your split were chakras as well. 7th and 6th. This is one of those decks that's also getting old and getting a little geriatric. Getting a little slow in how it shuffles. All right. Look at all of this. I'm really being drawn to the stars sitting over her head there. You know, it feels like completion. Like with the stars up there, like it's almost like a crown of honor, a crown of completion. So what's been going on with your 7th and your 6th chakra? If you've been strengthening that and developing it, I think you're good. You're good with that. It's not at least a point of focus for now. I mean, we're always leveling up in different areas of our lives and in our capabilities, but that's not the key. You know, obviously, right. So maybe this is what you're not aware of, is that the next place for you to go into is a very intimate area. And because the 6th and the 7th chakra are showing up as being strengthened, as being very strong, that tells me that you are really in connection with your inner child, with your deeper soul, connecting that with the universe around you and hearing the messages and understanding your worth and your value. So that opens you up to the capacity to be more vulnerable. And that's the next stage here. Look at that. That's the next stage for you, Sagittarius, is vulnerability, is intimacy. More intimate connections with those around you. Deeper connection. spiritually driven connection. 7 of Pentacles. You're on your way to figuring that out. Attachment. The Page of Wands. Look at that. So shy. And strategy. The Page of Pentacles. This is all new, fresh energy. Oh, it is not. The 4 of Cups is at the bottom. And that, I think that was there when I showed you the deck that I was going to use. So the 4 of Cups. Being more focused on things that haven't worked out and missing out, or not seeing that there's other things around you that can be opportunity for growth and happiness and exploration. This is a very shy. Look at this shift here. The Page of Wands is sitting under the attachment card. This is something that you sort of change to. It's keeping you in the dark. It's keeping you in the dark. It's keeping you from moving forward, but you're looking at it. You're like taking the mask off and looking at this, looking at who you are. And I think you're seeing sort of like a shyer version of yourself. This Page of Wands is so shy, which to me is just so funny because it's not the energy that you would think. It's not the page that you would think that would come off as sort of kind of shy and bashful. So Sagittarius, shy and bashful, perhaps when it comes to allowing yourself to be vulnerable, when it comes to connecting on a more intimate level. This is showing your tender underbelly. This is about showing your tender underbelly. And then look, this is where you walk out. This is where you come out from behind the curtain. Oh, isn't that interesting? That is so interesting how this is kind of playing through this week, because there's been a couple times where I've had, yeah, there's been twice, I believe, that in the energy oracle deck, we've had deception, and then we've had lady holding the heart. I think both of those twice came out together, either in an underline and then once like full on the reading. And it was hiding your feelings, kind of hiding behind the curtain, because the deception card in this deck is a man dressed in red holding some coins, but he's hiding behind a red curtain. Look at that, coming out from behind the red curtain. So you're coming out. It's almost as if everybody is coming through different levels of growth and different stages here. And you're at the stage here where if you've been kind of behind the curtain, if you've been hiding yourself, keeping yourself held back a little bit, when it comes to going towards connections where you're kind of exposing your tender underbelly here. There's a sense of vulnerability, but you're coming out, you're peeking out of the curtain. Actually, it's more than just peeking out, it's stepping forward from out of the curtain. This is the strategy that you're going to be coming up with. You're going to be coming out of the curtain. You're going to be less shy, less bashful. 7 of Pentacles. You're ready to face this and make a plan. Almost recognizing that this second chakra area, this little house of the soul, is the part that needs to be reassessed so that you can move forward. Now, here we go. This is the part that I need to reassess. Your spiritual connection is really good. It's really, really good. And maybe that's what's the energy that's kind of driving the recognition that it's time to step out from behind the curtain. Let's see. And maybe the 4 of Cups, because this at the bottom is the reason for being behind the curtain. Having to need time to work through disappointments, needing time to look at those and reflect on those. And this person's not exposing their tender underbelly, you know, with their arms crossed. They're kind of defensive. They're protective. It's in a protective stance. When you think of, like I think of my little dog, Lily. Every time I come up to her, she goes right to belly time, mommy. But you know that the dog trusts you. She trusts you. She's exposing all of her internal organs for me to do that. She's exposing an area of her where she doesn't have bones around, like it's just her belly, her little tummy. And that's what the second chakra is. It's your little tummy. is rolling over for a little tummy rub, feeling comfortable, feeling at least you believing in yourself. Oh, see, that's the key. That's the key, is starting to believe in yourself, that you can recognize who and what and where is a safe place or situation for you to roll over and give your little belly. You'll expose your little belly for a little rub. That's what that is. Because when we go through periods of time, or we go through, you know, it can be betrayal. There's a lot of ways that the Four of Cups can be the reason that we're sitting in there. Yeah, the Four of Cups is generally simply you're missing opportunities because you're focused on something over here that didn't work out. So stop focusing on the negative and look at the positive around. It's like, okay, I'll just do that. Let me flick that switch. Boop, there we go. Life's all better now, right? Like, it doesn't really work that way. We have to work through things. We often internalize things. We may go through periods of projecting until we feel comfortable looking at it on our own, and then looking at it and coming to a realization about it. It's often the lesson of when we are afraid to trust again, it is because we're a little bit fearful of our navigation system. Because if we weren't fearful of our own navigation system, or our own, I'm hearing litmus, like a litmus paper, like a litmus test. That's funny. Is this acidic or is this pH balanced? What is this? What is this person? How do I go? Do I connect with this person more strongly or do I not? Like, that's all the decision you really have to make to realize if you can roll over and let them rub your tummy. But if you're not sure about, oh, you know, that person betrayed me, or I was fooled by that situation, or I'm not so sure, this hasn't been working out in friendship or love or work or however that could be showing up, and then you pull back thinking, I'm not gonna give anybody, I'm not gonna be vulnerable with anyone because I don't trust them. But it's working through that and realizing it's not so much that you don't trust the world. It's just kind of being at a point where figuring out, how do I trust myself to make the right choices and decisions? So it feels like you've done that. And isn't it interesting that it's your 7th and 6th chakra showing up as good to go. It's strong. It feels like it's the strongest, most robust point that it could be for you at the stage of development that you're in right now, at the cycle that you're in. And because of that, it's like following your intuition, looking at things more deeply than not just on the surface, and kind of looking between the lines, looking at body language, looking at everything that's available to you, and utilizing that as your source to think, is it okay to roll over? Like, dogs are really good at that. A dog knows right away. If you've ever had a dog, they know right away. You know, I've met lots of people that don't like animals, but my dog loves them. I'm like, you're okay. You just got to work through that or whatever. Maybe you have allergies. I don't know what your problem is. But the dog likes you, you're okay. Other people, there was a guy who used to work for UPS, who used to deliver, and I don't know if it was the uniform. I don't think it was, because Lily has met other people in uniform, and she did not like him. And there are not very many people that my little dog Lily doesn't like. And I was always friendly with him. He seemed friendly enough, but she would never expose her little underbelly to him. But there's lots of strangers that she would, because she's utilizing her little guidance system, right? And I don't think dogs spend a lot of time thinking, I don't know if I should trust that person. I didn't make a good decision back then, right? Like, we get all caught up in our little human, the monkey brain. So really interesting energy, Sagittarius. I really like it. I'm actually going to go right to the Four of Cups. It doesn't really feel like that this is something that you're in anymore, but maybe I'm wrong. Look. The High Priestess, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Look at that. Utilizing your intuition, accepting that there are certain things that are unknown, but now kind of working through it and being able to get ready to... You haven't walked out yet. It's the Two of Wands. You're sort of standing on the threshold, on the balcony, on the front porch, looking out, thinking, I think I can trust my guidance system here. Yeah, I think you can trust your guidance system. Let's look at this. The Seven of Pentacles and the second chakra. Oh, that's a lot. Well, maybe you had a lot to work through. This came out first. The Three of Cups. Oh, I like it. This to me, I'm getting the message with the Three of Cups is you know that you've made good connections. You know that you have people in your life. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two, maybe it's three, four, or five, whatever it is. There are connections that you have in your life that you can expose your tender little underbelly to these people, that these people are safe to be with. And you made those choices. You found those ones. So this is how you coming out of the Four of Cups is, yeah, maybe there's 2, 3, or 4 bad choices that you've made in terms of friendship, partners, allowing family members to get away with certain behavior around you too. Well, they're my older family member, they're my uncle, they're my aunt, they're my mom, they're my dad. You know, once you become an adult, you still have a right to be treated as an adult, as long as you're functioning. Get into that, but anyway, so, and then saying, hey, wait a second, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6, 7, 8. I've made more good choices than bad choices in life. I'm getting that with the Three of Cups and focusing on those where you can expose your little tender underbelly. What is this? The Lovers is flying out all by itself. I love it because it's about making really good choices for yourself. It's about making good choices. And then you can find really good connections. Oh, 8 of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 8 of Cups. It feels like you've completed some sort of work. It just feels like you've completed some sort of work. With having each 8 on either side, it's like walking into something and working on it. And we have the King of Cups, so it feels like your deep feelings, your really deep emotional space. It feels like that second chakra area to you on what emotional deep level it is. And then the Hierophant, which is that connection, like connecting you with something deeper and higher than what you had before. And then this just feels like work complete. Like walking away from the table. This table had everything on it, everything that you were working on. And then this is burning through it. And it's all done. There's your blind spot. Like you've opened up your guidance system. Your guidance system feels pretty good. Or it's about to. I mean, don't run out and do anything foolish if it doesn't feel quite right yet. Attachment and the Page of Wands. This is feeling really kind of bashful and shy. Maybe feeling shy or bashful about your emotions. Maybe you shared your emotions and feelings with people in the past that didn't take your feelings or emotions seriously. Or like there's this, like if someone is bashful or shy, I feel like maybe there's a little bit of shame in how you felt in the past. Look at this. The 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Wow. This is good. This is really saying like there's some nice energy once you come out of this shy, bashful period. And really moving forward with clarity, with an understanding of what it is you want, but also doing that in a capacity that's just really sweet and free-flowing and hopeful, kind of romantic and dreamy and wishful. Yeah, beautiful with the 10 of Cups and sharing it. I really see here like an energy of feeling like you've moved out of the darkness and moving into coming out behind the curtain. I'm feeling like, you know what, my guidance system is good. I'm not going to close off to everything anymore because I won't get anything if I close off to everything. So I'm going to come out, I'm going to use my guidance system, and I'm going to pick and choose who I share my little soft underbelly with. And then in doing that, you'll find something for you. And it's pretty good. Strategy and the Page of Pentacles. But this is not rushing out. I feel like situations come to you faster than you move. Just with the Page of Pentacles. Because the Page of Pentacles is cautious. We have the 7 of Swords and the Emperor. Okay, cautious. This is So the Emperor is a very controlled energy. The Emperor has a lot of control. So with the Seven of Swords sitting behind there, that is kind of what I'm seeing here. The strategy is about controlling situations and controlling how you move through them. And the Page of Pentacles is learning as you go and being cautious and not jumping with both feet in. Like sticking your toe in. All right, it seems okay so far. This person doesn't seem crazy yet. I'm going to stick a couple more toes in. Oh, it's still good, still good. Okay, well, let's see what happens in this situation. Let's stick the other foot in. Let's stick a toe in. That's like, it almost feels like slowly releasing control. And with the Seven of Swords, that's kind of hiding something. But look at, I see this hiding behind yourself, hiding behind a mask, coming out behind the curtain. You're really coming out from behind the curtain. What do I, when I hear that, I hear like Oz. But it's then when the energy of Oz has been really truly discovered, that's where the discovery of your inner power happens. So that's what this is. It really is the discovery of your inner power and being ready to go out again. The Hermit. You have the Hermit at the bottom. So I do, like, this is your blind spot. So just so you know, you're approaching a period of time here where you're going to feel a little more comfortable about exposing your tender little underbelly. You're going to feel comfortable about how you're creating your own system of trust. Your own system of trust. Yeah. How you're creating your own system of trust. There you go, Sagittarius. That was kind of neat. I love that for you. I'm going to go do the extended. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.